Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. Today's video I'm going to be doing a reaction to the YouTube channel called Roommate. They did a video or podcast style type of video on their YouTube channel and I believe her name is Tati Coley. Please don't quote me on that because whenever she does her videos, she says her name really fast, so hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but if I'm not, my apologies. But I'm going to be reacting to a video that she decided to do with them, and it was basically an eye-opening conversation for men and the modern day woman. And so I wanted to give my opinion and my perspective on the video. Also, the original video is like an hour long, and I may go live and react to the full 1 hour sit down podcast. If you would like for me to do that, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up so I will know to do it, because if you don't like the video, like I'm not gonna know that that's what you want to see. So they put together like a 12-minute video and I'm gonna be reacting to that out of the full 1 hour video, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. But this is pre-recorded, so I'm not about to do a pre-recorded 1 hour plus video. Like, oh my god, I couldn't imagine trying to edit that. So I will go live for you guys if you guys want to see that, but I only will know if you give this video a thumbs up. So let's go ahead and get right into today's video.
You don't feel like men feel that way from experiences, not just from society, but from women? Because in actuality, women respond way better when you have more of this traditionally masculine presence versus a more emotional feminine presence.
But why though? You have to ask why. Like, if we look at history, that's why. Because that's what we've been taught about men. That's what we've been taught to be as women. We're supposed to be submissive. And it's like, if a man's acting how we've been taught we're supposed to act as women, we're like, he's soft. But why though? That's because of the gender roles and what we've done as a society. So it's like, it literally just feeds into each other like a circle. Yeah. So it's like, we have to stop it somewhere where it's like, you know what? It's okay if my woman's a little bit more independent.
Are you ready to date an emotional, more feminine style man?
That doesn't make any money. That probably can't protect you. They probably
I did.
Oh, you did.
I did.
But why didn't it work?
We're really getting into it.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Oh, we're getting into it.
Wait a minute, I know what that, I know what that is. I know exactly what she about to get into. I know what that is. Ladies, we all know what that, Amanda done taught us that ain't the way. But let's see what she has to say.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say to you if we're gonna talk about that. In the same way that you guys are talking about like independent women who got this and that, don't need a man, like it's gonna be hard for her to be more empathetic and da. I am that, and I was that. Like, right. I was the one making the money and this and that, but I was also extremely like empathetic and admiring him and like doing everything I could to make his life better. Like, I was still submissive in that sense, but I was still like, don't get it twisted, I don't really need you. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Did you tell him that?
No, that's just the energy. That's just the energy. No. I'm not disrespectful like that. But you know, that's the energy. Like, you know that though. You know, like it's like if you were to ask him, I'm sure he wouldn't say that was a lie. Like the energy was like, I'm not gonna sit here and beg you to stay here with me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to make your time here with me the most enjoyable possible. I'm going to elevate as much as I can. So I don't think it's true that like an independent woman can also be empathetic and this and that.
Stop. Why did it end?
Okay, let me be introspective here with this.
Okay, go ahead. We're here.
I feel as though it didn't work because
girl, we already know.
I was somewhere he was not ready to be.
Ooh.
that's me being completely
Break that
honest.
down for us.
Basically, she's saying we were not equally yoked, and so it could never work out. It didn't work out. So yeah, so far what I'm getting with this conversation is the fact that she's an independent woman. Most of us modern women are. But she's the independent woman. Honestly, I don't even like saying the independent woman. I like saying a woman that's self-sufficient. If you're not a self-sufficient woman in today's society and world, that's concerning, especially if you're a grown woman. You should be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And really, you standing on your own 2 feet isn't to brag or boast or anything. It's basically you simply being able to take care of yourself. Because, I mean, it's not like these men are out here trying to marry us with the quickness, okay? So you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and be a self-sufficient adult. Everyone does, though. It's not just women. It's not just women, it's men too. Like, we all need to be self-sufficient. That is the world that we live in. If you're not self-sufficient, that means you're dependent, which means you have to answer to someone. So if you're a self-sufficient woman, most likely you're not answering to nobody. You're taking care of yourself like an adult, as you should.
We don't know what that means.
Breaking that down.
You were somewhere that he wasn't ready to be. Where were you at?
At a different point in my life. Like, I'm focused on my career. I'm focused on investing, stocks, this and that. Like, I'm at a different point in my life where different things are important to me. He was not there. He's figuring himself out. He's college. He's trying to have fun. Those aren't going to add up eventually. It's not that I don't know. I can't speak for him whether or not he could handle that I was independent. I'm sure that didn't help the situation. But
Girl,
I
it did.
worked because he wasn't independent. And that's just me being honest. Like, if I'm going to be an independent woman and going after myself and this is that, you also have to be that. Because you can't depend on me to depend on you. You won't. And then you're small.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the issue started coming in. And that's why I wouldn't do that again. So that's why when you ask if I have like, oh, what's the number, this and that, I wouldn't date someone who's not at least on my level now, because I see what happens when.
Now, to the men that are watching, she said she wouldn't do it again. Meaning she's done it. A lot of us have. Foolishly thinking that we can help motivate you and help you level up, we got burned. So now we're raising our standards so that we can not deal with the BS. It is stressful. I have helped men. I've tried to motivate them. And listen, one thing that I've learned within my 20-something years of life is the fact that if a man want to do it, he will do it. If he wants to, he will. If he does not want to, he will not do it. And it's just that simple. Ain't nothing I can say. There's nothing that I can do. Nothing. I may be able to influence him to want to do it, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to him. So I'm tired of this whole rhetoric that's going around on YouTube and just social media in general, where men feel like we should be there motivating a man. Who is motivating us? You need self-motivation in order to be successful in this world. You need self-motivation in order for you to fulfill your purpose. If you don't have self-motivation, that means you don't have self-discipline. You lack self-principles within yourself that you should have as an adult. And that is concerning, and that also is a reflection of your character. So for me, it's a no. This don't have nothing to do with, oh, you gotta have this amount of money in your bank account for me to love you. It ain't about that. So stop using that old tired excuse. Listen, it's about you having your stuff in order. And in order for you to be a self-sufficient, dominant, attractive man, for me, you need to have money in your pocket. It's just the way that the world works. And listen, another thing that men don't think enough about, we women, we're only as strong as our men. So if money means power and money means dominance within this world, because, you know, man created it, that means if I go after someone that's average when I'm well above average, that makes me very weak. And I don't like that, because I have to go out here and compete with other women, just like you're supposed to be going out here competing with other men. So we are an extension of each other. And if you come in slacking, that's a reflection of our house. And that's just not good for me. My kids will have to go to a public school district where they have to walk through metal detectors. They don't have after school programs. They don't have tutoring session options available for them. They don't have after school clubs that they can join, right? So they don't have to subject themselves to only being an athlete and possibly pursuing a full ride scholarship with sports only, when they could get a full ride scholarship through academics. But you know, hey, not all of us women out here that are wanting a man who makes a decent living, which decent nowadays is 6 figures, minimum 6 figures. It creates a decent living for us to have a better life. And it's weird that men want us to not want the best. I think it's very weird. And honestly, it's because they don't want the best. So they want us to accept them at not their best. And it's just like, I'm not doing that.
You don't.
So my question was, who cut the cord? Be honest with us, because we already know the answer.
We already know the answer.
No, you actually don't.
Okay, go ahead. Teach us.
So...
Watch as she makes up a story in her head.
No, it's just like, I'm trying to, because it was like a mutual thing. Like, I
have a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I cut the cord initially. Like, okay, but like, listen, that was initially. I did it first, like a couple days before it really, really ended. And then we kind of like talked our way into being like, let's figure this out. And then he was like, we're not going to figure this out. And I was like, okay. And that was that.
Did your attraction for him kind of go downwards as this time goes by, as you kept getting that data? Like, you know, this guy is not on my level. He's not doing the things he's supposed to be doing.
Because that is not attractive.
Your attraction kind of just...
I think my respect.
Ooh, yeah, girl.
Because as a woman, I don't want to feel like I have to have more fire under your ass to like, be ambitious about your life than you do. So it was like my respect for you as a man, as we're talking about the providing and protecting, this is not, my respect was kind of dwindling, because it's like, all right, when we're gonna get it together, like I shouldn't have to keep being like, come on. But it wasn't attraction, because I was in love with this person. So I'm like, I'm looking at, I was dating potential. And that's where the problem is. And that's what I talk about all the time on my channel. Like, dating potential is what women do. Y'all never do that. Y'all go off of what you see right in front of you. This is what she is. I'm going to date this if I want this. Women are like, well, maybe I could make him this. Maybe I could fix him. Or he
nope.
And that's why we're never satisfied. And we end up with men that we feel like aren't on our level either emotionally, mentally, financially, whatever it is. And I did it.
Now listen, when a man is not being a man in your life, you do lose respect for them, because they're not being the person that you thought that they would be. They're not playing that role that you thought that they would play in your life. So yeah, you lose respect for them. You just do. It's nature. It's something that we naturally do as women, and it's not something that we can change. As a woman, it's different for us. Like, if you're not playing that role in our life as a provider, protector, then yeah, we don't have the same level of respect for someone or a man who is playing that role, who is actively playing that role. So it's not that we will go out here, well, me personally, I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. When I lose respect for you, my legs close. I don't spread my legs with a man that I don't have respect for. So if I lose respect for you, or if I start to lose respect for you, my legs close. Tight. Shut. Can't reopen. Access denied. Like, that is the type of woman that I am. If I lose respect for you, it's something serious. Like, it has to do with character, morals. It has a lot to do with who you are as a man, that I don't respect to where I instantly want to close my legs. Because I couldn't imagine if I got pregnant, now I have to have your baby, and I'm having a baby by a man that I don't have any respect for. So the first thing that I do is close my legs. Like, I can't stress that enough. Close your legs, sis. Close them. Okay, you done lost respect. The respect is gone. Close them. But I can only speak for myself when I say, even though I may lose respect for you, I'm not disrespectful towards you. That is a huge difference. I may lose respect for you, but I'm still not going to be intentionally disrespectful. I'm not going to talk down to you. I'm not going to belittle you. I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm simply just going to walk away. And it's really that simple. I can lose respect for you and not disrespect you, because I feel like that's when morals, my character is coming through, my true character is coming through, is really based off of how you handle things. So for me, I'm not going to disrespect you, but I could certainly lose respect for you in the process of all of this, for sure. I agree with her 1,000%.
Yeah. And so, know what's really funny? Since we're being honest.
Is it gonna be funny?
It's gonna be funny to me.
I'm not sure.
When I met you, not met you, like when I met you digitally, I was counting down the minutes.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I'm saying this on the camera. I'm trying to tell you this off camera.
Oh my god.
I was counting down the minutes till it was over.
Why? What did
Because
you see?
I saw that.
Mm.
I saw it, like, on this channel, one of the things for your audience who may not be aware, we constantly stress men improving themselves. So we're not the challenge just bashing women. Women are da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, yo, do women have flaws? 100,000%. We
Sure.
talk about them for days, but we got flaws too.
Right.
And for men, I complain, but complain once you got the stuff in order. Then, right? When you got your money right, when you got your body in shape, when you got your emotional health, when you got your spirituality,
Period.
then you can complain. But until that day, I don't want to hear no complaint from nobody.
Right.
So I'm constantly teaching men to improve.
Well, I can complain because I've been putting in work. I can complain. I can complain. I done been to therapy. I done been in the gym. I have been doing the work. My spirituality, my relationship with God is as best as it ever has been in my life. I can complain. I can come on here and complain. So I'm complaining because it's just unacceptable at this point. It is. It's unacceptable and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I have every right to complain. I sure do.
Themselves. And so guys are always sending me messages, emails about their issues and struggles, and you see similarities, see patterns. So many guys are in situations with women such as yourself, where they're younger guys, and because they get a really attractive woman, they think they won. Settle. They're like, oh my gosh, I won. I'm just happy I got this girl. And what happens is,
but don't know what to do with her.
Doesn't view no disrespect to him as the win. She views the win as the bag, the career, this, that, and the third. So yeah, so she's doing so many other things in her life to improve it, and he's not really keeping up to that fire.
Right.
So then eventually you come to a point of time, because natural, you say society acting as biology, we can argue chicken or egg, but it is what it is, where we are now. So it gets to a point where that woman's like, I'm not happy in a situation where I'm the one killing it, I'm the one wanting more, I'm the one being independent, I'm the one taking care of us financially, I'm the one doing this, and you're not putting the same energy. It's one thing that he's not there yet, but if he was putting that same energy,
he would get there.
Exactly.
That. But when he's not putting that same energy, oh no, I've seen it happen too many times. So when I was seeing your dynamic, I saw you as somebody who was going after it, and no disrespect to him, it's no dirty magic.
Right.
I didn't see that. So I was curious. I was like, yo, like, I've seen this story happen before, you know? And then, you know, next thing I know, new video by Tati might break up somebody. I was like,
So everybody wants to know what happened. I didn't want to do that, but you know what to do. So
It's kind of like we all done been there, so it's like, we can't do her like that. We can't do her dirty like that. We all done been there. We all done came to our senses. We took off the rose-covered glasses and we were able to see things for what they really are and not bank on a man's potential. And listen, I know there are going to be younger women on this video watching this, and it's like, well, what do you do when you're younger? You focus on yourself. You plant seeds, okay? You need to be in that library on that college campus every day planting seeds. Listen, sis, if you want a good man, one that's going to be a provider, he's going to be in that library. He's not going to be at that campus party. You're going to see him majority of the time in that library. So you should be in the library too, sis. You should be studying yourself too. But be in that library planting seeds, looking for an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer. Like, go to the library and plant seeds. And you should plant your seeds everywhere. Plant them everywhere. I'm not saying have sex. I'm saying plant seeds. Develop a relationship. Just be cordial. Be friendly. Flirt. Have a good time. Plant seeds If I could do college all over again, that's what I would do. But I would never take them serious because at that time in their life, they're not ready to really give you what you need. So it's like you kind of have to plant the seed. And I always tell you guys, go for the mediums. If you're new here, medium height, medium built, medium face, medium. That is what you want. Medium height, medium built, medium face, medium attractiveness, medium. If you go after the most attractive tall guy, you're going to get played. And it's just the way that it is. Medium. And also go after the guy that is in the library. That is my best advice. If you're younger, medium. I do not go after the most attractive guy. I don't do that. That's childish.
Okay. So here we go.
Okay, so you're not wrong. No, for sure. But we were dating when we were teenagers. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So it's like when you first date, I was like, oh, we're like equal. We're a good match. You know, you date for like because you like somebody. Like, oh, we work out. We love talking to each other. Whatever. Then as you grow up, it's like, all right, year 2, year 3, year 4. It's like, what are we working towards? Like, I don't
Nothing.
see progression. And it's like, it's been 4 years. What has changed?
4.
See all the stuff that has changed on my end. I'm trying to get you to that point, so I can't really like.
Girl, it ain't meant for you to get them to that point.
I want to do it. So I think that's where a lot of the conflict came. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I were to say who really pulled the cord, it would be him. Because honestly, when you're like me as a woman, when I was in love with him, I'm like, if he would have been like, okay, I'm gonna get it together, my dumb ass probably would have been like, okay, and waited it out.
Yeah.
But I think he got to a point where he was like, I know I'm not gonna get it together enough for you, and dipped it. I was like,
And wasted 4 years?
the accountability to know that you're not ready for this. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because I would have wished you would have figured that out 4 years ago. But I mean, at one point you have to realize I'm not ready for a woman like this. And at the end of the day, I think that's what a lot of people don't do. It's like the conflicts that was happening in the relationship, the arguments, and this and that, are stemming from the fact that I want you to get your ish together. You know what I mean?
100%.
And it's like, how long can we do this? We're gonna just argue the relationship into the ground because you're still not getting your ish together. So it's like,
Ooh,
that's
girl, that's frustrating.
I think as a man, y'all don't, like, if you were dating a woman that doesn't have her stuff together, y'all wouldn't be pressed about it. Like, It wouldn't be like, all right, come on, like, let's do something. If she's gonna sit there and look pretty, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or cook or do this, and that. That's enough for y'all. But for a woman, it's not. And I don't want to feel like I'm somebody's boyfriend. That's where
or mama.
Coming.
And listen to what you just said, fellas. I don't want to feel like I'm somebody's boy. Fucking they caught that.
That's crazy.
Boyfriend. And that's the part where this is what I believe it's not just biological. I believe it's like a spiritual thing. I believe it's a masculine and feminine thing. It's a dance.
It definitely is spiritual. It sure is. It sure is. And listen, even same-sex couples understand this. It's just us heterosexual people, we seem to have a hard time. Because same-sex couples, I say this all the time. If you're new here, I say it all the time. If you want to know how a relationship can work, when a person, okay, it doesn't matter what they identify as. If a person is identifying as a feminine and a person is identifying as a masculine in a same-sex couple, you see how that relationship dynamic flows. It works. But for whatever reason, we as heterosexual people seem to have an issue with this. And it's because role reversal is happening, and like these men, they want their cake and then they want to eat yours too. And it's like, sir, either you're going to be a man or you're not. So you need to figure it out. Either you're going to be a feminine or you're going to be a masculine. But you can't be feminine when it comes to your finances, but then turn around and expect for a woman like myself to be submissive. It's just not going to happen. Because I have to come off level 5 and meet you on level 1 or 2, and it's just ridiculous. I'm actually going backwards. I'm being held back, and I hate stagnant energy. I hate that. I hate feeling like I'm not moving forward. So I need men to really pick up the pace. I need them to pick it up, because at this point it's just laziness. I say it all the time. I really feel like it's just flat out laziness. Their priorities are just backwards. And again, you can't force a man to do anything. If they don't want to do it, they won't.
I'm people. And this is not a sexuality, because you know people are unique where there's two guys and they still have a masculine, feminine, lesbian the same way.
Facts.
So it's not a gender like thing, but it's some people prefer to be led while they're salsa dancing. Some people prefer to lead during salsa dancing.
I like to be led.
There's some women who, if they're going out salsa dancing, they will not be happy if they have to lead the entire night.
Ooh.
They will not be happy. If there's a guy there and they're having to lead the entire night, they're miserable.
For sure.
You know, and then there's some guys who, if they're going out salsa dancing, they would never be happy if the woman is leading them in the dance the entire night. So it's a masculine, feminine. So you know, being the femininity and dating, all that stuff, you would naturally yearn for a more masculine style man who's ambitious, who's driven,
Ain't nothing like it.
Who's, you know, going after what he wants to, you know, who's successful, who's stable. Those things will be attractive to you.
Very attractive.
So to me, going back to your initial point about societal culturing, I think that's where men understand that.
I know I'm a feminine that wants a masculine person. I'm not attracted to women. I wish I was, because my life would be so much easier, but I'm just not attracted to women. But I am attracted to masculinity though. And I just love a masculine dominant man. Like, it's the most attractive thing ever. But it sucks when you're a self-sufficient woman, right? And you take care of yourself, because we live in a world where men are not rushing to marry you. So you kind of have to gain some type of independence in order for you to survive. Like, that is what it's like to be a modern day woman. So it's not that I'm intentionally trying to step over certain boundaries when it comes to men and dating them and living with them, but literally I'm just trying to make it, okay? I mean, if I'm not out here taking care of myself, I'm gonna be on the street. I won't apologize for the fact that I can take care of myself. I would love for a man to come in and just, you know, sweep me off my feet. But honestly, I don't need him to. Like, I don't need him to. I had a man come over last week and he put my patio furniture together, because it's been sitting out on my patio and I didn't have anyone to put it together. I mean, I wanted to use my Thumbtack app or whatever, but I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna put myself out here and start dating again, and I'm gonna get a man to do it. So this one guy at text, I asked him, I said, do you know how to put, you know, a bar cart together? Because my bar cart, I needed my bar cart to be put together too. And he said, no, I'm not a handyman. I did not text that man back, because I'm just like, okay, I don't need you for money. I don't need you for food. I don't need you for a place to stay. But damn, I could have used you to put some things together. And if you're not a handyman, there's no need in me wasting your time and you wasting mine. So I just decided to in that situation, and it was because I'm like, dang, you don't know how to put stuff together. Wow, a woman like myself could utilize that. I would need you at that point. Recently I scratched my BMW SUV. I scratched it. And so this guy, he came over and he buffed it out and fixed it for me, and I'm like, I can get used to this. Like, he came and buffed it out or whatever and like fixed it. My little handyman. So when I speak on this, us modern day women, we can still appreciate a man like that. A handyman, I mean, oh my gosh, like, he really came over and just got my life together. As a modern day woman, we can appreciate a handyman. I'm sorry. And you know, it's weird because men today don't know how to change tires. They don't know how to check for an oil change. They don't know how to check your brake pads. As an independent, self-sufficient, modern day woman, we can still appreciate the handyman, the man that can come through and change your tires, check for an oil change, check your brake pads on your car, come in and put furniture together. Like, we still appreciate a man like that. The issue though is that a lot of men don't know how to do that no more. We as modern day women that are quote unquote independent, I like to say self-sufficient, we still appreciate a dominant man that can handle certain things that a lot of us don't care to handle or don't know how to do. So we still appreciate that. It's just a lot of y'all don't know how to do it. Besides the money and the finances and all of that, you know, that's just draining. That is emotionally draining. If you have to get out here and try to get a man to do what he needs to do, stuff that he should already be doing for himself, that takes you away from your purpose as a woman. I'm not teaching women to bank on potential because it takes you off course when it comes to your own purpose in life. You should stay on your path and focus on yourself. If you guys are on the same level, you guys should be right by side. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm on this level, he's on this level, and he's holding me back, he's keeping me stagnant, he's dragging me down. Like, girl, let that go. You gotta let that baggage go. Cut it loose. There is some man out here that is on your level. Stop settling for potential, because potential is risky. And it's like, you as a woman shouldn't be taking those risks, because we have a biological clock. We can't settle for that type of stuff. That's all that I have regarding this video. I would love your thoughts and opinions. If you guys would like for me to react to the 1-hour podcast episode, give this video a thumbs up and I will go live with you guys. This is Real Talk with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.